Hello my friends, welcome to this third and last video about how to make a move with your personal car. In the first video I've already shared with you the strategy for the loading and how to manage the inside of the car. And for the back, so I put all the heavier boards and all the fragile pieces are of course on the top. In a second video I've shown you how to manage the things on the roof and how to attach them solidly. And in this very last video I will be sharing a couple of safety hints and showing you how to open the ratchet strap. You have noticed that I have by far more pallets in this opening than in the previous one. Indeed, I had the occasion of getting some more, and it gives me a good occasion for reminding you that pallets is an extraordinary source of raw materials for three reasons. It's for free, it's very abundant, and it's massive wood, which makes it quite solid. So for the last episode of moving with your personal car, let's go! Before starting the journey itself, a couple of safety tips. The first one is that your car will be probably heavier than usual, so be rather careful when driving, and don't forget also that the center of gravity is much higher, so don't drive like a fool. What I did for once, exceptionally, when I was driving with my brother to the German Alps on board of his Porsche. And by the way, you see here at the subject of this video that there's a serious limitation for the Porsches, is that it will not be very helpful for your move. Second thing not to forget is don't forget that your car is much higher, so be careful, forget your habits. Typically when you're driving in France and you're taking the péage where you're paying with your credit card, it's usually limited to 1.90 meter height, so take other lanes, and this is also the same for the parkings. Careful about these limitations in height. And the very last thing is that careful, because if you have things on your roof, it's not super safe if you're leaving the car outside during the night. For this reason, it's better to plan that you're making a single trip from your point of departure to the point of arrival, unless you are having a night somewhere in a hotel where you can leave the car in the secured parking place. So now you're ready for the trip, so let's go.
Noise, because if you hear some noise, it's not a good sign, and you may make a stop for readjusting the ropes. In case you have a glass roof, of course keep it open so that you can have an eye. You can see here on the right that there is a rope which is moving. Not a good sign, so I'll make a stop for checking. So not the moment for listening to AC/DC with a maximum sound. Just crossed the border between Slovenia and Croatia, and we didn't have to stop or show any papers. This is the European Union. So of course it's good to make a stop and to check if everything holds, but here it's okay. Absolutely perfect.
Okay, now we have arrived, so the first thing we have to do is to open the ratchet strap, and this is not necessarily a super easy thing. I will do this at the occasion of another move, but of course the principle is the same. I start to remove where the strap is made with knots, and then I'm pulling here. Then I'm also pulling on the bottom. Now I'm pulling on both extremities and it's coming along. Here I have this handle. Once having opened the ratchet strap, we are putting all the things into the flat or the house. As I said in the first video, it's better to be with friends because alone it will take quite a while. And then we have to mount back all the furniture, and I remind you that I have plenty of videos on stock for this. Either the IKEA Billy bookcase or another bookcase double row, which this one is not from IKEA, or an IKEA Pax, or the IKEA Pojang armchair. And last but not least, an old cupboard. And I'm leaving you with a couple of images about how to mount back this type of furniture. That's it, my friends. The move is now completed. We have mounted back all the elements. So I hope that it will enable you to make the savings of renting a truck. You may also do several back and forth. Of course, it depends on the distance. So if you like this video, please leave me a like or subscribe to the channel. Otherwise, see you very soon on Happy Hour TV 1.